Colton RV creates fantastic memories that will change your life forever. Have you dreamed of getting into glamping in your own RV? Colton RV can help you take that step into the future with a new or used RV. Talk with a Colton RV team member online, by phone, or in person and see hundreds of RVs, from tent trailers to motorhomes and everything in between. It's all about great selection, unequaled service, and low prices. Open late at 2 convenient locations, one in Tonawanda and one in Orchard Park, New York. Now is the time to see the future at Colton RV.
Want to take your camping to the next level? Then why not try glamping? Welcome to RV Glamping Adventures, where you can have a little glamour with your travel adventures. Please join your hosts, Neil and Kathy, as they share RV glamping information, RV park reviews, product recommendations, and so much more. Here's Neil and Kathy.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of RV Glamping Adventures with Neil and Kathy. I'm Neil.
And I'm Kathy. We just wanted to start by saying Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We celebrated a few days ago. I'm kind of sick of turkey, I'm not going to lie.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and now we have to lose a couple pounds from all the food we ate.
I gained 4 pounds over the holiday.
Oh my God.
I know. I was over full. And you know when you think you should stop eating? I couldn't.
Should.
I couldn't. It was really
That's
good.
what your body's saying, stop.
Well, and then I was feeling better. Like I had my last piece of pie. There was a couple
What do you mean?
pieces
How
of pie.
many were? Oh,
never mind.
God, I didn't see
so
this.
I had my last piece of pie, and I sat down. I was like, I'm good. I'm still like disgustingly uncomfortable, but I'm good. And then I had a glass of water.
Okay, and that was it for you?
So stupid.
So stupid.
The rest of the
Painful.
night I was uncomfortable. So I really don't want turkey for a while if we can make that.
I enjoy turkey, but I'm like a once-a-year turkey. I'm good, you know?
Not a turkey
I do
timer.
all the cooking for that, and you help me out a lot. You're my kitchen support.
I am kitchen support.
You are the best kitchen support ever. And I do try to make a pretty healthy meal. You know, we try to have a fit life. And, I definitely cooked with half the butter I normally do this year. And I think it turned out pretty good.
It was really tasty. I thought it was really good.
Well, obviously,
really
you
tasty.
had...
More than I should have.
More than you should have.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed your families and had a good time all together. So this is that time of year where we're seriously putting away the RV. For you guys know we're not full-timers yet.
Yes.
I must stress yet. We're working on it. But, we have to we live in New York, and maybe some of you know, we get a little bit of snow up this way sometimes,
It's
not
been
always.
cold. I mean, we went for a run today, but it was 32 degrees.
But it felt warm. The sun was warm.
It was okay.
I mean, we must be fooling ourselves. But anyway, we're trying to get the RV put away, and we've got to get it safe and secure away for the winter. So last week we had it winterized.
Yes. We
choose to go and get it done at the dealership. Why?
Well, because number one, they won't mess it up, and number two, ours in the past we've had class A, and there's not like we're over fancy, but we have a water line that goes in an ice maker. So for us, if we don't winterize the ice maker line, it could break, and when we take it there, they do that.
Yeah,
So
we just feel better. We used to do it ourselves when we were in a Class C.
Yeah.
And we also had a driveway. I mean, now we're in a condo. We don't really have the place to winterize, per se. So we just feel like it's in our best interest to take it to the dealer. It costs $100, but to us it's worth it. It's a peace of mind. And like you said, we have residential style fifth wheel now, like with the Class A. There's a couple extra water lines that I just don't want to mess up, and I guess I feel like if they did it, it's on them.
Well, and actually,
I don't have to deal with it because it would be on the dealer.
Last year, it did happen like that, and somebody didn't winterize the water line, and it broke,
right?
And they fixed it. They said that's our problem.
And it wasn't our problem, so I just feel better having it done.
Me too.
And again, I don't know where we would do that. We don't have the space here at the condo.
It's not as easy as it used to be.
No. So we got that taken care of, and we brought it back to our storage place. And then Neil and I went out again today. It was a time factor. Based on past experiences, we've just learned... of course, please learn from our mistakes. In the past, we didn't used to take our batteries out of any of the RVs that we had, and we never had a problem with it. A couple years ago, we had a super cold winter. It was the year before last. And what ended up happening, and we also couldn't, we had so much, we just had a really bad winter
We had
2
too
years
much
ago.
snow to get there, too.
We couldn't even get in to get to the RV, to our storage place. So what ended up happening when we went to go check on it, I guess it was late winter.
It was late.
We found out the batteries
It was
cracked.
like March. They cracked, and then once they cracked, they would have been under a warranty.
One was.
One was.
We had two batteries, the house and the,
Right.
what do you call the other one?
The two house, and at the time, and then the engine battery.
For the Class A
For
motorhome.
The motorhome. So the engine was fine. I think that was in the sun.
That was covered, no, that was fine? What was
Well,
covered under the warranty?
That one was covered under the warranty.
Okay, so
the
that-
other two cracked.
Right.
And when the deep cycle batteries cracked, as you guys know, it's really expensive to replace. I think it cost us like $600.
Somewhere like
Somewhere
$600 or
around that.
$800.
Yeah,
so
it was really
that was an
expensive.
expensive lesson. But we never had that problem
No.
before. It happens once, and you never want it to happen again. So we went out actually today, and you unhooked all the batteries.
And can I say, it's so much different unhooking the batteries in the fifth wheel than what we did in the Class A.
It really was, wasn't it?
It took me like 5
I was
minutes.
like, sort of, okay, we're going to be here for half an hour.
No.
And we were gone, and no, it was actually 15 minutes.
I
I
mean,
did
It
time.
felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
was
it did
good.
take a little less time, which was nice. So what are you going to do with those now?
They are now, I've already taken them downstairs, and they're in our basement on a trickle charger. So I'm going to charge them up and then leave them alone, and then maybe about a month or two, once a month, I'll go put them on the trickle charger just to make sure that they hold a charge and stay good.
Yeah, it was just good too. What we're trying to do and what we've tried to do over the last few years since that incident is go out and check on the RV. Number one for us, another problem we had was
Yes.
mice.
Yeah.
We had a little we don't keep things in the RV. Everything's cleared out and all of that. But there were little remnants of mouse poop.
Well-
And so we just don't want that to happen again. So we try to check on it. I think you should go out once a month if
Yeah.
you don't have your
a good
RV
idea.
on site, and just go check on it, make sure everything's good. We have it at a great spot, so we're happy and we feel it's safe where it is, but I just think it's important to go out there and check on everything.
Yeah, ours is on gravel. It's got a security fence around it with cameras and a key code to get in. So we
Yeah.
can go anytime we want and go check on it.
Yeah, it just gives us peace of mind too.
Yeah.
And again, we've had some things happen, so we're trying to learn from our past mistakes. So, if you have that kind of situation like we do where you have to go off, it's not in your home, I think it's important to keep checking on it, making sure it's, for us, it's a huge investment, and we want to make sure it's, okay.
Well, and we will be going out to it next week when the mouse repellent comes to
Yeah, we did order. One thing we've gotten every year for the last couple of years, again, since that one incident when we went in and there was some mouse remnants, is we get, what's it called?
We've used Fresh Cab, and this year we're using Sniff and Stop. We used that last year.
We used that last year too.
Yeah,
It's
and
called
we're
Snip
fine.
and Stop, and they're little packets of. They're all, I would say, natural.
It's
things.
all natural, yeah.
There's like lemon, peppermint,
lemongrass,
I don't know, all sorts of
sawdust.
organic-y kind of, I don't know,
It keeps them away,
wheatgrass kind of
Yeah.
hippie stuff.
and it doesn't smell bad though.
It doesn't smell bad. It's very fresh smelling, but you put them around, and I don't know. We think it keeps them away. We haven't seen any, so it seems to be working.
The thing is that now that we're in the fifth wheel, I was underneath it looking, and there's not as many entry points as there was in the motorhome.
Yeah, motorhome had a lot of entry points.
And I had to stuff those with the expanding foam, and that actually I
the
think
good
really helps.
stuff. The good stuff.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. It wasn't even
Great
good.
stuff.
It was great.
It's the great stuff.
And that helped keep that problem.
Yeah, that worked.
But we do have this, it's like a constant liner. It's one big piece underneath the fifth wheel, which you don't have in a Class A.
No.
So, but I think they can get in anything.
They're smart.
Again, we've always, when we're winterizing, we take, there's no food, there's nothing.
nothing.
But I think you get a curious mouse in a really cold winter, and we don't yet know how. So far, we've had a great winter. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we've been outside, the sun's out, it's beautiful. But it just takes a bad winter, and they get desperate, and they try to go inside.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we've been up to, plus holidays.
Happy winterizing.
And this is we're really working hard
Yeah,
because,
this is tough.
our RVing is done for the 2016 year. It was a great one. And so now we're in, well, we always work hard, but we're in super work hard mode.
Yes.
Because, well, we're getting ready for the holidays, almost done shopping for that. But then we start planning our next vacations for 2017.
And that is a lot of fun for us.
That's a lot of fun, and that's going to be another show.
Yes.
So I actually wanted to start just before we get into our topic today. We had a really nice email from one of our friends I don't know I think he found us, through the podcast.
Yeah, one of our listeners.
Yeah, it's Laura and Dean May, and they're from Kentucky. And I just want to say hi, guys, and thanks for writing.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
I thought I would read a little bit of personal stuff in here, so I'm not going to share that with everybody. But it's kind of nice to share, when we get it. We got it on Thanksgiving, and we both read it. We're both like...
That was so nice.
No, we were like, aww. It was really nice to hear.
So nice.
Sometimes you don't know if you're talking to just out in space, and it's nice to hear back from everybody.
It's one of those times when you're going around thinking, geez, we should be thankful. And here it is.
What?
We got a letter on Thanksgiving. We're thankful for our listeners.
Oh, very much so.
See?
All right, so what they said was, hi, Neil and Kathy. I discovered your podcast this summer, and they listened to 9 RV podcasts. I'm going to be writing them back today, and I'd love to know which ones they're also listening to see if they're, I like sharing that with people too, and what else is good out there. They've been working their way backwards on the episodes and listened to the final 3 this morning as they prepared to get the turkey in the oven. I think that's so funny that our voice was like going on while they're getting ready for their family meal. I thought that was really cool.
I think our voice inspires Thanksgiving.
Oh, stop. I don't know where you're going with that, but anyway.
I thought it was cool.
They're empty nesters. They've got some kids in college, and so we're kind of on the same page. We've got a few at home still, but we're beginning to empty nest. It's definitely emptying out. Another one will be leaving in the next year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But they've done just a lot of, really reprioritizing their lives. And I love hearing other people that, to me, it's really taking charge of your life. And if you're not happy and there's stress going on in your life, that you just like what we did, we took control of it. And, this is what we love to hear, that other people are doing this. And we're hoping to inspire other people that are not happy in their lives to go out and make some changes. And RVing is a great way to do it.
Or people who think, you know what, I want to do it later. I'll do it later. And we're always like, do it now.
One of my favorite episodes we did was Why Wait?
Why Wait? That's what I think about.
And so this really kind of spoke to that. So you guys really touched on a chord that we definitely live by. And they've been camping in this past year, and they've done, I think they already put on about 1,900 miles. So they're like us. We like to go the distance. We tend to go far. We don't stay too close.
No.
We use it as they do to get out there and see stuff and check out parks and different resorts and stuff like that.
And the world.
What touched me so much was that they wanted to thank us for our enthusiasm and expertise. They say they thoroughly enjoy our podcast and appreciate the energy and dedication it takes to produce a podcast. You guys are so right.
Thank
it
you
takes
so
a
much.
lot of energy, so thank you for noticing that. I've enjoyed getting to meet your family. I hope your family's together for Thanksgiving. They were. We had all
Great
4
day.
here, and my parents came by. It was a great day. Our oldest one came up from Florida, which was great. We just took him back to the airport today. So that was a bittersweet, saying goodbye again.
Our house gets a little quieter, and there
It
gets
was
to be a
so
little bit
noisy.
more food in there.
I know, it was so
But it's
noisy.
good.
And they just eat so much, you forget.
Totally forget.
So they were all around this past week, and oh my gosh, we went through hundreds and hundreds of dollars in groceries, but we enjoyed our time.
It was great.
So yeah, we did get to be all together, which I feel like every year we get that. It's another year of a blessing for sure, because you never know what the next year will bring. And they had both their girls home for college, and it does feel great. As I finish your podcast today, I want to let you know that I'm thankful for discovering RVing and discovering your podcast. Happy Thanksgiving. Then I wanted to cry. That was so touching.
Nice.
So thank you guys for getting a hold of us. Please stay in touch. We'll be writing you guys back today. It's just been a little busy the last couple of days. But that really was special, and we just wanted to share that with you guys. We'd love to hear from you. And it meant a lot to us that Laura and Dean took the time to write to us, and we share a lot of the same sentiments.
We do, and RV'ers are the nicest people.
They are, again, proven. Done.
One more time.
Always proven. So today we thought it'd be fun to talk about. Now we're full into the holiday season, and
Happy holidays.
this is my favorite time of year.
I know you love this.
Well. Okay, after RV season, which for us is about March to October. But after that, it's the holiday season, which for me kind of kicks off around, I like Halloween, and we have a lot of birthdays and our anniversary, and it's just like a really expensive, busy time, isn't it?
It's amazingly
It's pretty much
expensive and
October
very
to
busy.
December.
But then I'm going through everything, and you basically don't, if I think about it, from March to October. But then we like Halloween and our anniversary and birthdays.
Well, Halloween's like okay,
right? But then Thanksgiving and
Thanksgiving is a special day, and that kind of to me kicks off. We put up our tree, all that stuff. So we're in this mode right now of, shopping and being with family and lots of good times like that.
So the only time you really don't like
is January to March.
February,
and March. Yeah, it's not my favorite.
No, I noticed.
Yeah, you know that.
I do know that.
So how we get through that as we plan our trips. But again, that's another show.
Yes.
Today's show, we thought it'd be fun to talk about top 10 gifts to get an RV'er for the holidays or really any occasion.
That's awesome.
So, we're always trying to, honestly, most of us have everything we need. Look at us. We all have RVs. Like,
right.
Really? What more do we need in life? You have your health, you have your family, and the love of a family, and an RV. I think we're good.
Well, you got all those things, and those are very important things, and very
and
excellent
not to be
things.
material.
However, the material part of it, if you've been RVing for a little while, you've got pretty much everything you need in your home on wheels.
Yeah, so Neil and I are always looking for fun ideas and sort of the top toys, quote unquote, or things that we like to get, or what we would, so like if you guys want to get us something for Christmas, we put a little list together, some things that we wanted to get.
It's a little wish list.
That's RV Glamping Adventures at Gmail. Anyway, so we thought it'd be fun to put together a really good list of, just like, I don't know, some necessities, some fun. So this is our top 10 list of things that, not only, others, but maybe we would like to get.
Correct.
Hint, hint. Okay. Kidding.
Are you hinting me or hinting?
A little bit of, I don't know,
Everybody.
whoever's listening. All right, so number one. You want to go with this one? This
Yes.
is the one I know you want more than anything.
I, more than anything, want this
I can't
one.
even buy this as a surprise.
No, there's no way. But we'll just get it.
All right, go.
So, one of the things that we found that we really liked was the Rand McNally RV80 tablet. And we learned this year that a regular GPS is not enough for the RV traveler. So, I don't know if you remember our
It only
past
takes
shows.
one, near horrific incident that did not happen but could have to make you go, you know what? I need an RV GPS.
You mean Connecticut Route 15?
I'm just saying.
Just
yes.
the parkway that no RV should go on?
Right.
No height limit 8 feet?
Right.
We're 12 and
That
6?
didn't tell you that till you got onto the...
Oh my God, it was awful.
Anyway.
Absolutely awful. So this one was one of those things on our wish list of things that we really want and probably are going to get.
We're just going to buy this for ourselves.
I think so. The Rand McNally RV80 tablet, but it's a great thing. It's got Wi-Fi. It powers what's it called? It looks at fuel prices. It checks the weather. It does a route, and also if anybody knows the RV GPS, you put in your height and your length, and it'll make a nice path for you going that way.
For whatever, people are probably like, duh, why didn't you have something like this before? But honestly,
Never
guys,
needed it.
I do find travel for us thus far, we've pretty much stayed from the, I'd say Ohio down and over to the east. And when you get up into New England, Connecticut, Vermont area, that's a very different place to travel with
Totally.
a 40-foot, 13 tall.
It's an old part of the
older
country.
part of the country, so
know.
we've not done as much travel there, and most of our travel we've been just fine using the GPS.
Correct.
And we've stayed on the 95 or
Big routes.
Yeah, we've never needed one before.
Well,
we've been doing this since 2008.
When you're down south, though, and you're going down like past Virginia and further than most of the bridge heights are like 16 feet.
Yeah, we've
So,
never had a problem. So it really just takes one situation where a family was like, get off, and we did. We were able to
it
get
was
right off
awful.
the next, and up ahead was probably a 10-foot. We would have had that can opener thing that you could, when people, trucks and RVs drive under a bridge and just take the top. Oh my God, it would have been a nightmare.
It was bad.
It was bad,
It was
but
bad.
that we don't need that in our lives. That kind of drama.
I was thinking too, and when we went down through Alabama one time, we used our phone GPSs to get us from point A to point B, and we were going through Alabama on our way to Destin, and there was a road we went down that we were like, it was a little smaller than maybe it should. It was a 2-lane. There was like a swamp on one side and houses on the other side. And we went to the stop sign and we had to make a left-hand turn and people had to back up for us to be able to get there because the road was a smaller.
Well, didn't
road.
that happen though? Because what would happen now and then on our GPS, it would reroute
It would
you.
reroute us, yeah.
And I don't ever want. That's exactly what happened, and it put us in a place. So that's probably the closest we were able to get around.
Yeah, it worked.
But it was a little precarious, and so we just don't ever need that again.
Nope.
Especially now we've got an even really bigger model that you cannot easily back up in the fifth wheel, as we've learned on our own accord. But we just don't want to be in a dangerous situation like that again. So we will be investing in that for ourselves this year for Christmas. So again, not to just choose a Rand McNally RV80 tablet, but that was just something in my research that it just kept coming up as a really good multi-use thing.
I think this one's nice too because it's an 8-inch screen, so it's a little bit bigger. And
it's
got
also
a dash cam and it's
backup camera ready, which is something we need to also invest in. We're doing okay with our driving, and I think you're getting better and better at it. It took much less time to back up last time than it did for us the other few times.
Well, I know anybody with a fifth wheel, this goes off the subject as I usually do, but one thing that I think we really have to look into is an in-bed 7-way plug.
Oh gosh,
because the way I back up, if I'm doing 90 degrees for whatever reason, I broke the plug again. Not on the fifth wheel, but on the truck.
What happens is, as Neil's backing up, we're really overextending where the plug is. Like, we're just needing to get around different corners, and our cord just keeps popping out. So actually, if you guys have ideas for that, shoot us a line on that too. Or if anybody's had those ideas,
where
that
you send
experience. You can go ahead and say
RV Glamping Adventures at gmail.com, please.
So we're thinking of getting a longer cord or a plug that...
I think an in-the-bed
plug, so we don't have that issue, because you have to really,
this is new
exaggerate some turns, and I don't know, maybe we're doing it wrong, but there must be a better way that we don't always unplug our line.
Yeah.
And then, at that point, it's like, well, you don't need the backup lights per se.
Right, I should just unplug it, but then it's like...
Maybe that's, I don't know. Anyway, give us some feedback on that, guys. That's one of our learning curves. Okay, so we got the GPS.
Which is awesome.
Gift number 1.
Hint, hint.
Number 2, this was just a fun thing I came across.
I like this idea.
It kind of takes me back to, I was born in 1970. It takes me back to the 70s.
You were born in 1970?
Yeah. Oh. And so if you do the math, I'm 25.
Exactly.
And so they had this, it brought me back to sort of the days that we'd all sit and my grandparents would bring out their slideshow. And like, we loved that stuff. Or they also had an 8mm. But it was, it was like you're down the basement and there's all that, what were the walls made of again? All the brown paneling, and they put a sheet up, but you know what, those are great memories. So somebody came up with this great idea, taking new technology, so it's a smartphone projector. Now there you can spend a range of prices on here. There's one that's just simply, it's made out of cardboard.
Really?
Or you could get something a little higher end that actually had better reviews, because I think the cheaper ones, they're like $20. So the smartphone projector, what it does is I sort of looked up a few different things, but basically it's giving your vacation a high-tech upgrade. Ooh. And it's just like a fun retro thing, and you need, on some of them you can have like a 3 by 5.5 inch phone to go in there, and it basically just there's a glass lens, and it does some magnifying. It's got the light, and you basically can put your pictures on the wall like as if you were having a slideshow.
Oh, like it acts like a projector.
It's a projector.
Nice.
That's why I said a smartphone projector.
It's an overhead projector kind of thing.
But yeah, kind of like that. And there's some that are a bit more high tech that I did, like I think some of these are kind of fuzzy the cheaper they are. Mm-hmm. You pay for what you get.
Always.
So probably there's something mid-range around 40 or 50, but I thought that would be really fun. Although I don't know what everybody has on their smartphone pictures. There might be some you want to make sure you've cleared out.
And now I looked at it too, and it says you can use video too.
You can use it for video.
You could do outside movie night.
Yeah, I thought this was a really cool thing. That like you could be around the campfire one night and like throw this on.
So Netflix on your phone and do outdoor
multiple
movie
use for this. Right. Yeah, like you could here's the pictures from today that we did at Disney or whatever. But I thought that was a riot.
That would be awesome.
So that was on my do we need it? No, but how fun is that?
That is fun.
Like it's so fun. So again, I don't know that I'd invest in the 21. I saw a few different. Really look at the reviews. I think you want to pay a little bit more and get something. I think it's a worthwhile investment. It's something fun.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here? Number 3.
We have the telescoping marshmallow fork, which is genius.
Obviously a necessity.
It is, because how many times have you gone looking to put your marshmallow into the fire and break off a stick, and only sometimes we've been places you can't find a stick.
Well, sometimes I'll think I have more. I usually buy those longer bamboo sticks that you can get. You can buy them at the RV shops and stuff. But I don't know. We just end up losing them, or
they're hard to store too.
And I think I have some. And then we go to do s'mores one night or hot dogs or something like that, and we don't.
They're
have
hard
them
to
anymore.
store. They're hard to store.
Yeah. So these are great.
I love anything.
Is it telescoping or telescoping?
Telescoping. Telescopic.
Yeah. So again, kind of a retro idea, family fun night, sitting around the campfire and doing your thing. But this is like I think this is good for any age. To me, it's like, okay, it's the holidays, you're opening up these gifts, and it's something you can't use for a few months, but
this is fun.
It's like, oh, look what we're going to have to look forward to in a few months, yay.
But, not only is it a marshmallow fork, it's, for storage part, it shrinks down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I like anything in the storage that goes into a small, tidy place.
Yeah, we're tiny living, small spaces. You really got to think about.
Need to be organized.
I try to think about that with any of these gift ideas that we came up with too. That you got to think about storage.
Yeah.
We didn't really we gained storage inside the fifth wheel that we didn't have in the Class A, and certainly not in the Class C. We probably lost a little bit underneath, and we've had to be more organized. Then we didn't have the compartments and whatnot. So it's just something we always are thinking about is storage.
I think I think we have more storage in here, but what we've done that was pretty neat for us is we've done some bins.
Yeah.
So that little thing could fit in a bin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
This, I think, is a great one. It's called the stemless silicone flat wine glasses.
Ooh.
So, again, just a nice little, inexpensive gift, under 20. We've seen them on Amazon, and I've looked around, but I haven't seen them. Mostly I see them online. So, basically, I think it's like another one of those multi-purpose things. So, great for poolside, great for RVing and camping. They're collapsible. They're PBA-free, so there's no toxic, no chemical issues.
Are they breakable?
They are not, because they're silicone.
That's awesome.
And they're just these stemless little wine glasses, and they're quite nice looking, and you can have your wine or make your margaritas or whatever, and nothing's going to break. There's not going to be any glass, no issues like that.
You can put hot and cold beverages
hot
in,
and cold,
right?
and they're never compromised. So
that's awesome.
I think that's a really, it doesn't even have to be for wine. I mean, you could do it for juice glasses or whatever. I just thought, I was thinking of them even up in the RV, in the cabinets. So you're not going to break any glasses. We've got some resin and all of that, but they were actually kind of nice looking. I was looking at them online. So if you're thinking about buying me something, that would be on my list. Okay, so the stemless silicone flat wine glasses. Now we're going to put we're going to put these up on a blog, and I'm putting a few with links, so they're just easy to find if you guys, because I'll hear, hey, could you guys put links in? So we'll definitely get some links on that.
Sounds good.
And some pictures. All right, number 5.
This is the premium collapsible silicone and stainless steel colander and steamer with handles.
This was my idea, can you tell?
Yeah, I didn't think
another
of this
idea
one at all.
that Kathy needs.
No.
Again with the storage.
Well, the storage is, anything that's collapsible is very good.
Yeah.
And how many times do you use a colander?
Well, we do make spaghetti.
We use a colander.
And clean the vegetables and all
Wash grapes in the colander.
Yeah, we use it daily, actually.
Exactly.
And why I like this one, I'll put the link, like I said, on it. It came with little silicone kitchen tongs as well,
cool.
which I just kind of like for grabbing the food and all that a little bit easier. So again, great gift idea for people who love to cook. It's like anything you have in your house or your RV. You probably already have something like this, but it's an upgrade. It's something new. It's something a little different. And I think that's fun. If you've been RVing for years, it's kind of nice to get some new. Haven't you ever been to a wedding shower and you're watching this, excited young bride getting married and she's getting all this new stuff and you're like, well, I want some new things. So to me, I think it's fun to it's time to get an upgrade or a refresh or something. So this was something I thought would be fun.
Can I answer your question?
What?
I've never been to a wedding shower
well,
with a young bride.
Well, you should go. Yeah.
No.
Now, that used to be my friends, and then there were second weddings, and then those were ours.
Yes.
We had a second wedding. And now it's turning into, as we get older, our friends' kids are getting married.
Yeah.
So, oh, God, Very sad. Okay, that was number 5. Premium collapsible silicone steel colander. Okay, number 6. What?
I love that you could. It shrinks up. That's a great idea.
Saving space.
Space is everything.
Yes.
When you're tiny living.
Yeah.
All right, go. Number 6.
Oh, is that me?
Yes, you.
Camping journal.
Camping journal is a great idea.
Just simple.
Yeah.
Again, I'm looking for affordable gifts. I don't think you have to spend too much. And, there's apps. I know there's a lot of apps on the phone that people can put together. They're like almost like a virtual scrapbook. But I sometimes, again, I don't know if you feel there's a bit of a retro theme with some of my stuff here,
I've
too.
noticed that, yeah.
And,
some people like actual scrapbooks.
Yeah, or just writing down, or maybe gathering some leaves, or pressing flowers, or, whatever. Just putting together a nice, just actual writing down of things.
Yeah.
It's like how everything is so electronic and technical. Like sometimes it's good to actually talk to people. This is like sometimes it's good to actually write something instead of texting it. So I just thought it was a thoughtful gift,
That's
a simple
very
gift.
cool gift. Yeah, I like that.
And it just, I don't know, it just made it seem like, that someone will be thinking about, like someone really put some thought into that gift.
That's a cool one.
And maybe it'll make that other person like do something about that and add something different to their vacation that they could look back on later and it's not on Facebook or something like that. So I kind of like the retro aspect.
I like that.
Yeah, there we go. All right, number 7.
Elite ring toss game. Everybody loves ring toss.
Well, we put that as an example of much like you want to, get some new kitchen stuff or new RV things every now and then. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we've kind of been carrying around the same games year after year.
Oh, you mean that washer game?
Yeah.
The cornhole thing?
And nobody's really playing it anymore. So, again, I was sort of thinking Christmas morning it was fun to open up a new toy or game that we'd play as a family in a few months on the next RV trip.
This seems like a shopping list. I love this idea.
It kind of is.
These are things I want.
I hope our kids aren't listening. They're probably not.
No, they don't.
But no, I thought the Elite ring toss looked pretty fun.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So what's good about it, Neil? What do you know about the ring toss game?
I just know that you're tossing rings and it's great family fun.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, it's kind of cool because I try to think of games that we could bring along with us to the beach or just around the campground. So this just had there's a tic-tac-toe one. There's actually a lot of games out there that, we've not done some.
Yeah.
There's those typical games that everybody has, the cornhole and all those, like you said. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a few new things open up on Christmas morning.
And I think, the thing is, even with the ages of our kids, no matter what, if we throw the game out there, they're going to play it.
They're going to play it. And
fun.
going back to that retro thing, and it gets all these guys, everybody, including us, off of our phones and off of social media. And you're just playing together and making memories and having laughs. Like, even though we've played the games we've had a million times, we've had fun. If we just, put them out, all of a sudden they start engaging in it. And, we'll be doing that all afternoon. I thought it'd be fun to bring a new one into it.
Perfect example. Not that I'm going to beat this up a little bit, but Thanksgiving. We had a game day as usual, and the kids, you bought a new game, and Jenga, and they played for
all
hours.
afternoon.
Your dad played with them. Your mom played with them.
I got this new game that was sort of this sticks. It was called Stack and Sticks or Stick Stack or something. I don't know. And you had to it was sort of this retro-y kind of game, and it just ended up they did this all afternoon. We brought out Jenga. We brought out penny hockey, and these are sort of some of the traditional games. And nobody was on their phone.
No.
So we try to do this anyway, not just when we're RVing, but. It's a great way to just get the family engaging.
It's a good family thing.
Yeah, getting off their phones.
It's a really good family thing.
All right, number 8. This is something Neil and I have been talking about for years now.
I think we need to buy a couple of these.
Can we do this?
We have room.
Okay, zero gravity chairs.
Yes.
Probably most of you are like, duh, I already have this.
Yeah.
But we just haven't gotten those. Because there's so many of us, we've always gotten those pack-away chairs. And I was so disappointed. I got some a couple years ago, and they didn't even last us 2 years. Half of them are broken. And
you got me those for my birthday, I think,
they're not even we're that hard on them. I don't know why.
And they were I think they weren't cheap either. We paid $25 a piece.
They could be $20 to $40 a piece.
It wasn't cheap.
But they made sense to us for storage, that we could put them underneath and all of that.
In the Class A, made sense.
Yeah. So we were thinking one of these years we're going to get a couple of these zero gravity chairs. And to me, they're like the ultimate relaxing chair.
Yeah.
I find them very durable. You can recline in them. They lock up for safety, and to me, they're like the perfect little nap spot. So I think that would be like a little upgrade for us too. And,
I would agree.
And, you know, for those that don't, and I always try to like get things to match the outside the RV. I kind of think it makes the whole, you know, I like to glamp it up, and it makes it look kind of nice. It's not all these like crappy pack away chairs that will actually have a few nice. I always sort of envy the other RVs when we go walking around and being nosy and looking at their little site and what they've done with it when they have like the nicer chairs and all that. I'm like, I think it's time for us to upgrade.
We should do that.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is too, thinking about like the matching, that everything was color coded. When we had the Class A, it was black, white, and red, and our chairs were black and red. And
now all the black and red chairs have died.
Our mat was black, white, and red. And now the new one is brown, tan, and our truck's white. So we have to new theme.
Yeah, I think it'll work for now, but maybe we could at least invest in some new chairs.
We can update it. That's awesome. I love that.
All right, number 9.
Speaking of things we need to update, the Corman.
Start over.
Harvey Corman.
Yeah.
No, the Coleman Portable Propane Grill.
Say that 5 times
I can't,
fast.
but it's a great.
You can't even say it once, hardly.
We've had ours for 8 years, actually, and now it's starting to go. So I think it's rusted out a lot, and
it's nasty.
It's nasty. Now's the time for it to go.
It's been there for us. It's been through good times.
It's lasted for 8 years, and it's traveled thousands of miles and done great cooking for us.
It really has. Yeah, I mean, and part of our fit and healthy eating, I think
a lot of grilling.
Grilling is a very healthy way to do your veggies and all of that. So it's definitely been good to us, and it doesn't owe us anything. But what a perfect time if you want to do another little upgrade. And again, like to me, this gift is more than just, oh, you need this new thing. It's what's preparing our meals. It's usable. It's necessary for us when we're RVing.
And food equals love.
Food equals love.
It does.
And so I thought this was a great gift idea.
Well, you know, the thing is, too, with this, that I think the one we had didn't have it, but I think upgrading when we do, you can actually get the griddle and the some other attachments for the top of it, too.
Right.
So that'd be nice, because I know the kids like pancakes and bacon and stuff, and it's much easier to do it on that.
Although we do have a bigger kitchen now in the fifth wheel, I still want, like, there's some cooking I want outside because it just like
fish,
stinks up the RV.
Yeah.
And I just think, like I said, I think it's a healthier way to be cooking. So the other thing too is what we've, and there's other kinds, like we said, and Coleman just has been the kind we've gotten. So we're not getting paid by Coleman here, and we just have liked this one.
But if there's anybody from Coleman who wants to get in touch with us, that's RVGlampingAdventures@gmail.com.
Oh, geez. Anyway, it's collapsible. So again, for the storage, like you really want to go, I think it's also nice to go take a look at, any of the big camping.
I mean, the Gander Mountain, Cabela's,
places like that. Bass Pro. They've got that you can go take a look at, because you really got to think about what you can, collapse it down into, and they've got some good sales and stuff like that too. So it's kind of good to take a look at those as well. They've also got a lot of camping gear there that's worth looking at.
The one we have is probably like 2 burners, probably about 3 feet, and then it would collapse down to about 8 inches. And it was easy to put in. It
worked really well for us, and that was for 6 people that can eat a lot. You think how many burgers you'd cook at once on that and all that. So that size really worked well for us. But your needs, and some people just like they're like gas. Oh my gosh, like I would rather do charcoal or whatever.
We still have friends who just do charcoal.
Yeah, we don't know how. So no, that is not for us.
We tried. It sucked. Yeah. It was awful.
Okay.
I don't think we're patient enough for charcoal.
No, we're not. Like when we come home, I think for us, it's like we're typically gone all day and doing stuff and sightseeing. It's like, all right, let's get home. We got to make the hamburgers, or we got to do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, just cook. And I think if you need a little bit more time and all that.
Got to get the coals nice and hot.
Yeah, and that would not work for me. So, all right, number 10. We're
number
there.
10.
Go ahead.
No, this is yours.
Oh, it is me. Sorry.
It is you.
All right. RV ornaments.
I love RV ornaments.
Number 10,
that
RV
is
ornaments.
A great holiday.
So my previous blog I did a couple weeks ago was I just love it came because a couple years ago friends of ours had bought us a glass blown Class A RV ornament that was just classic.
Really thoughtful.
It was so thoughtful, and actually it's been pretty much at the top of our tree
ever since.
But then this year we had a fifth wheel, so we're like, we got to get one that's a fifth wheel. So that sort of started this hunt, and then you start seeing all the different kinds.
There's
like
so many.
From pop-ups to the little retro what are those retro cab ones?
The tea campers.
The tea campers.
The teardrop.
Teardrop, thank you. To Class C. They've got them all. They've got truck campers. They have ornaments for everything. Airstreams. Little Santas coming out of stuff. It was adorable.
Pop-ups.
I'm like, I got to put this together in one blog. So I just thought it'd be fun to sort of tie that back again. Again, this is keeping under a good, price point here. These ornaments, we end up buying the fifth wheel one. It's up at the top of our tree. You got to look for the picture on Facebook.
Looks great.
It's a little higher than the Class A.
Well,
it's not because it's better or anything, but they're just, that's what we have right now. I took a picture of those and put them up there. And started seeing other people's pictures of. Actually, some people took their ornaments like that, like what we have, the glass blown ones. They put it in their Christmas village.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, so
that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's a cute thing, and it's not necessarily. I mean, obviously the Santa ones, but if you don't celebrate Christmas, you could find just that. Like, what a neat gift to get that you could put in your window of your RV or something like that.
Or you put it on your desk, or
or whatever.
Matter of fact, I'd like one on my desk. That's a great thing.
Yeah, so they're really cute, and there's so many of them. So I tried. I don't even know how many did we put together, about 15 of them or so.
But with
some links of where to get them, and again, they're all under $20, so it's a great Secret Santa stocking stuffer kind of a gift.
All on our page on our.
So I'm going to put the link back up on the blog, and so it'll take it back to how to get back to this blog. But I thought that was a really fun way because it's just a fun, it's holiday time. You just, again, none of us really need anything, but it's fun to get something like that was thoughtful and that somebody knows you love RVing and.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this, looking to get an RV or something, everybody loves an ornament.
Yeah, that's a good simple gift. So that's what we got. That was our top 10 gifts for 2016. For great gift ideas. You have safe holidays. We're going to be doing some shows coming up. We're talking about our plans for next year. And honestly, I really feel like before we know it, we'll be going again. I want to see how the weather is and seeing if we can get away for February break. So if we have a mild winter, I'm going south.
It's possible.
I'm going south. I don't want to wait till April.
Okay.
So we'll see. But in the meantime, Neil, how does everybody get a hold of us?
Well, you can email us at rvglampingadventures@gmail.com. You can also check us out on the web at www.rvglampingadventures.com to check out Kathy's great blogs. And also we have a store on there, the Pinatora store as well, where you can find
all your
the
RVing needs.
Yes.
And also it's all through Amazon.
The ornaments we found, they're on there as well.
Yeah, everything's on there.
You can also find us on Twitter at RV Glampers, and you can also find us on Facebook at RV Glamping Adventures. And
Instagram? Did you say Instagram?
Nope, I didn't, and that's RV Glampers.
RV Glampers.
So that was it.
Yeah, so again, everybody, get out there, enjoy the holiday season, make good memories with your family and friends, and we'll talk to you next week.
There you go. Have a great one.